Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Today we are doing low carb scotchies. I have not had a scotchie in, oh my goodness, 15, 16 years. It's been a long time, and I came across this recipe from a friend, and I am excited to make this recipe. This one, we're gonna start with part one. You have to put it in the fridge for an hour, and that is because we want the butter to solidify. We are not adding anything like xanthan gum or collagen because when it cooks, this particular cookie will have a crunchy outside and a chewy center. I'm so excited about it. But in order to have the chewy center, we have to let the butter fully harden again. So we're gonna get to mixing. What I have already done is I have already mixed up 1 egg, 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Swerve is what I've used. You can also use brown sugar monk fruit. Make sure you pack it in tightly. And 1/2 cup of unsalted butter melted as of right now, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Let me re-say that. I'm kind of messing up here. So I'll just do the liquid ingredients. 1/2 cup of unsalted butter melted, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar Swerve, or I know that monk fruit makes a brown sugar substitute as well. Make sure you pack it. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 egg. Get it all mixed up. In another bowl, I have 1.5 cups of almond flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. That's what I have in here. At this time, just to show you, I've already got this part mixed up. I am going to pour half, mix, pour half, mix, and I will see you on the other side when I talk about folding in the chips. So I will be right back. Okay, so at this time, I am going to add 3/4 cup. I'll show you this. I'll just show you my hand. You'll see there's a mixture of chips in there. Do you see that there's a mixture of chips? So there's 3/4 cup of Lilly's Butterscotch chips. Lilly's is hard to find. I will tell you, if you have a Sprouts or a Whole Foods or a health store, you can find the butterscotch chips, these kind, there. If not, you can usually order them online. And then 1/2 cup of Lilly's semi-sweet chips. Remember, there's other brands out there like Bake Believe that also do the stevia-based chocolate chips as well. If you cannot find, I'm making Scotchies, which is the butterscotch. If you can't find a butterscotch chip and this cookie really sounds good to you, then what I would really recommend, because it's got the brown sugar in the recipe instead of the white sugar, and you're really craving something that's got that brown sugary kind of base, then I would recommend a white chocolate chip because it's got that same kind of taste. And I would just swap it out, and I would do 3/4 cup of white chocolate and 1/2 cup of Lilly semi-sweet, and still keep the brown sugar. It's not going to be the same, but if you can get your hands on the butterscotch chips, that's going to be better. So at this time, we're going to fold them in, and there's quite a bit of chocolate chips. This is what's going to make the Scotchies just so good. So we're just going to literally fold them into the mix. You will notice there's a lot of chips to the amount of batter, so every bite is going to be amazing. Totally amazing. So right now, the butter is in melted form. So what I'm going to do, like I mentioned earlier, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put it in the fridge just like this for a full hour. We've got to let that butter come back up. So when it is time to bake, the centers will stay chewy. But the edges, what'll happen is the butterscotch chips when they cook tend to spread. Chocolate tends to stay still, but there's something about butterscotch that will spread. So when it spreads, it's gonna make a crispy coating on the sides, is what's gonna happen. So you'll have a nice crispy bite on the outside and a nice chewy texture in the middle. But we've gotta let the butter do its trick. So I'll see you just back here in a little bit when we scoop them onto the sheets. Alrighty, so we have, the dough is all chilled. So we have a small cookie scoop, and you want to have your pan lined with parchment paper, or I am so excited. I just had a birthday and a friend of mine got me silicone mats. I've been doing this all year, and I'm tired of wasting parchment paper all the time. And it's been something that I have wanted, and I am so excited because it's dishwasher safe, yay. Okay, anyways, I'll keep going for you guys. It's the little things that make me happy. So you just use a small cookie scoop and either use parchment paper. That one just kind of like fell out of there. Or your cookie scoop, and place them a few inches apart from each other, because remember, there's gonna be a little bit of spreading and they're going to get crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. So let me just tell you, that's what I'm gonna do. I have 2 pans. So what I'm gonna do now is I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fill up both of the pans, cook them in the oven, 7 to 9 minutes. Here's the key. Do not overbake. Do not overbake, okay? At 7 minutes, maybe 6, you want to check them. If they are lightly golden brown on the top, you're done. As soon as they're lightly golden brown, they're gonna continue to cook on the pan because you cool them on the pan, okay? So if you have an electric stove, you need to have a cooling rack somewhere, but you're literally just gonna take the pan and put it on the rack. And so they're gonna keep cooking for a few more minutes longer. So as soon as they're lightly golden on top, pull them out. And that's what's gonna keep them chewing the middle, even as they crisp on the side. And then we'll be back for a taste test. Aren't those amazing looking? Oh my goodness. I have been smelling these while they have been cooling, and all I have been wanting to do is just go in and take a bite. So here we go. Now, it's been 20 years, like I said earlier on. And what I remembered about Scotchies, or Scotcheroos, the butterscotch cookies, is they're very sweet. These are very sweet. So, if you are craving something sweet, this will definitely work. And if you can't find the butterscotch chips, I can definitely see white chocolate totally being fine too with the brown sugar. That's totally a win-win too. But if you can find those butterscotch chips, these Scotchies are for you. Very, very good. So go make these and enjoy. I'll see you next time. Bye.